Shots fired.
Why did I get randomly attacked while we're having plenty of fun attacking Lordo?
Wow! Hold on! Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Well, you see,
I'm waiting.
I have an itchy trigger finger, and I like shooting everyone in the room.
Fair enough. Alright.
But she does have a point. You shoot at me, and then you shoot her. And then you shoot at me, and then you shoot her. What are we, a match set?
I'm... Ooh. Ooh. Anyways. Yeah, I imagine most of the night just kind of passes like that until people go to bed.
Fair enough. But yeah, no. As you do all the din-dins and num-nums.
Oops.
What'd you do?
I clicked on Calla so it brought her to the front, and now I don't see you.
I still see Kayla.
Really, I see her fine.
Yeah, it's because if you're selected on a character, they're above everybody else.
I can assure you, I'm not.
No, I'm saying
You have a little token.
when you are on your character, they are on top.
Yeah. I get what she means. But yeah, no.
That's just Calla's nature.
As
Yes, but also
power top. Oh man.
But yeah, I imagine at some point Kuno starts yawning sleepy yawns.
Yeah, after Boris helps you burp her and everything. And then she goes sleepy and then she starts to fall asleep because she got big energy but little body. And then she goes,
Let's
Side
go!
Amazon's recommending me pre-cal textbooks.
Yeet.
shut up, Boris, you're not in this scene.
I assume this is the...
Shut up, yada 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 yada. You're not in the scene. What were you asking?
this is a sleeping...
Yeah, it's your mother's collection of all her rugs and stuff.
Yeah.
You notice there is quite a few newer ones that you do not remember being there the last time you visited. You can only assume that in the time you've been gone, she went on another one of her hunting sprees. In fact, now that you think about it, over the course of your life, your mother has had an affinity for collecting furs.
It's genetic.
They're all goblins.
Well, we just gotta
You're
figure out what
inclined to look for a tabaxi fur.
We just gotta figure out what Kala's a goblin. Oh, wait a minute. Kala collects a different type of something. If she had a bedpost, it would be well inscribed.
Woo.
I thought wands weren't in this world.
What? What wasn't in this
Don't worry
world?
about it.
What? No, I'm gonna worry about it now.
Oh, there he goes, worrying about it again.
I'm worried about
man.
a lot of
What do you
things.
worry about?
Worrying about things we told him not to worry about.
Ah, there he goes, always worrying about those things we said not to.
What is there with you two always bullying me?
Oh, there he goes, always saying he's being bullied about things he's not being bullied about.
Damn.
Ah, there he goes, growling again.
Here I go killing again.
Ah, here I go, killing again.
Here I go, killing again.
Yeah, we know Zanzibar.
Woo! Gigantic explosion.
Anyway, cuddle time with baby.
Cuddle time with baby.
But yeah.
Did you ever put all the hats away, or is the box just still sprawled out everywhere?
It might still be out everywhere.
Yeah, as you come back in, you set Kuno down, and she starts trying to waddle and crawl over to the hats. Hats!
It's bedtime.
Go to bed.
Hats! She's reaching for the hats. She go boop.
Boing.
She starts playing with all the hats that are strewn about.
Can you put them back where they belong? It's cleanup time.
She started pulling them over her head, covering her eyes, and you just see her mouth as she goes.
Kuno's missing. Where did she go? And Ella looks around. All I see is a bunch of hats. Yeah, and Yella will start putting some of the other ones away.
She's just in a giggling fit because she thinks she's hidden now.
She is hidden now, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Top
wait.
100.
Yeah, that's right. She is hidden now. Kuno's hidden. Find the Kuno.
That hat that's walking around and has a child underneath it?
Nah, that can't be it.
Nope, definitely not. Alright. And then once all the other hats are back in, Yella just like picks up Kuno with the hat still over her head and is like, alright, last hat to go back into the chest. And she just sort of like puts Kuno in the chest and starts closing it. And then she suddenly opens it back up and is like, oh, I thought I heard something. And she'll lean down and go like, sniff, sniff, sniff.
Does she just verbally go sniff, sniff, sniff?
No, she sniffs, but audibly. I didn't think that was gonna carry over.
Okay.
Just huffing at the cold air.
Just huffing that baby smell. Oh. But yeah, no, you sniff for the baby. Roll me a check for sniff. She is hidden. Well hidden.
What does that mean?
Roll me sniff.
I can't roll sniff.
Use
roll
perception.
Yeah, roll perception.
There.
Dash.
Sniff 100.
Did you actually roll?
No, I did. I rolled the number.
That's the
I was
number.
about
It
to
was
say,
rolled.
you rolled a nat 100 on a sniff check.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 100 out of a one-sided coin.
That said 100 on it. On a 100 yen coin.
But yeah, no. Sniff around. And there's a giggling little bean with hats stuck on its head inside the chest.
Eventually she scoops Kuno out, because it's bedtime. Bedtime!
Are the hats still on her head?
I mean, I imagine most of them fall off, and Yella puts whatever's left away.
And she sees the box closed, she's reaching for it.
Those are for tomorrow. Let's go to sleep.
She just looks at you, little tears forming in her eyes. Mama, hat!
She just carries her over. You get to play with them tomorrow. And she gives you a big kiss on the cheek.
And she just sits there, you know, sniffling, going. Her fur is all puffed up. She's got that leaking baby nose, that unstoppable river of baby nose.
Poofy baby. Perfect for hugging.
Poofy snotty baby. Tears
Yeah,
rolling
perfect
down.
for hugging. So yeah, Hyala just gets into the sleeping area and cuddles baby
Oh yeah,
until
got me.
baby falls asleep from crying.
Baby cuddles under cloak and just pulls it over her head. Just makes an improvised hat out of Yala's cloak. Little does she know she's made a hat out of Dad. A dad.
Z's.
But yeah, snotty baby makes the hat of cloak. Wraps cloak around head.
Woo.
Tiny little bean face poking out of Hyala's cloak, nestled against mother's fur. What now? Actually, what time is it that you're going to bed?
Night.
Oh yeah, you spent oh yeah, you played like literally all day. I forgot.
Yeah, and then we're like out socializing with people from dinner time until.
Man, Hyala's a natural at this mother thing.
She like her baby.
She like her baby, but she's also really good at it. Which is surprising for somebody who had like zero parental upbringing.
It's fine.
Some
Fine.
people are just natural born parents.
And
Then there's
some are.
Samson.
Who will be a natural born parent, I'm sure.
Just don't shoot Kuno, please.
Or you die.
How dare you steal my hat! Bang! Where's Kuno? I reduced her to 0 hit points! Well, we got Zanzibar. And then Simpson dies.
Yeah.
Hell hath no fury like a mother scorned. What does Hyala dream about?
Nothing.
This.
So, that's the end of Hyala
She
Day.
has a peaceful sleep, devoid of bad dreams.
That's
So,
also a dream catcher.
I suppose now we have to move away from Hyala and Kuno since the day is over. Back
Yeah.
to our...
Baking class.
Woo!
our bagel classel. I forgot I put Jadi and Kuno in the tower to
Yeah.
screw with everyone.
You can keep Kuno there.
It was Nim, Samson, Snowdrop, and Mr. Golem was inside or outside?
The
Inside.
one was inside.
Stop hiccuping.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Cut that shit out.
I can't.
Hold your breath for 72
I'm
seconds. Exactly.
Die.
Yeah,
I'm
72
dying.
hours.
That does not say hours.
I will already die.
Okay, can you do 36?
No.
Yeah, 36 hours.
40 years?
There you go.
Cool. I'll see y'all then.
That's
I've
quick
such
repeat.
been 40 years already.
Yeah.
You guys sound like crap.
Loggers.
I guess it's true what they say.
Black
Do
don't
I
crack.
sound like this at 60?
I'm glad you said it because I wasn't going to.
I got you.
What happened?
Nothing.
I was too busy making a bit.
Don't no bit.
Bitten?
Shaving a haircut.
What?
So, are you gonna change
What?
the map floater or no?
I am gonna change
We're
the map.
turning-
I'm changing the music first.
Oh.
Boy,
Silent
Silent Night's
night.
not good for baking.
Silent oven. Holy nothing.
Samson will get
All is
care.
war.
People are quiet.
Lots of cupcakes.
Yummy
Please don't hit me,
muffins
Nim.
taking away.
Man, I'm taking shocking grasp after the day.
It is
Do it.
not a muffin.
No.
Power word, kill.
And then check out my cantrip. Stabs with an atom dagger.
Damn.
Check out this devious lick. Hiya!
Murders everyone.
Steals your parents.
So yeah. Check out this devious. Why is it a
Check out this devious soundtrack.
Wait,
Check out
what?
this devious soundtrack. So where we left stuff to do at the tower, right? Zanzibar was.
Yeah, Zanzibar was in a mood. We went outside. Samson hurt Nim's hand.
So the Samson and Nim are downstairs on the bottom. And they'll just be represented down there because it doesn't change. It's a tower. It's straight. But Zanzibar
That's
will
not
be
very close.
upstairs. I think we left off. He was staring into the mirror, right?
Yeah, he was staring at. He smashed his head into the mirror.
Oh
Dude.
yeah, we got that for it. So he smashes his head into the mirror. The pieces clattering onto the floor. He pulls his head away. The blood dripping down his face. But quickly the blood starts to turn into a dark, thick ink. And he just stands there clutching the sink. Thick jets of ink splurt out of his mouth as his veins start to blacken. Within moments, it's like a torrent coming out of every point of him. Stretching across the floor and up the walls, the entire room enveloped in a thick miasma of black and red streaks. Red is
God, she's such a drama queen.
deepest
Yeah,
crimson.
no.
As the room starts to spew with the miasma, Panak comes running out of the bedroom down the stairs, practically turning himself into a little sand wheel. Rugsley and Pugsley have completely, like, turned their carpets into little, like, slinky tubes and are just coming out of the room as well. And they just roll under the research bench, or whatever you want to call the big table. Panak jumps onto Mr. Golem, and Mr. Golem takes off out of the window, leaping as they just both go out. It's a pure abandoned ship moment. As the window opens, Nim and Samson, even from as high as the tower is, suddenly just hear a deafening roar. A pained scream echoing through the air. Either one of you look up?
Yeah. Samson's gonna look up.
Wait, before we look up, where did this golem jump out of the window? Very important question.
Not gonna land on either one of you.
Alright, then yes, I look up.
So you just see a rock, basically what you think looks like a rock, just plummeting out of the sky, smashing into the ground next to you. As Mr. Golem is now downstairs with you.
Oh, hello.
He's not focused on you. The two golems are just staring up as, you know, ink tendrils start to shoot out of the windows from these upper part of the tower. back inside, Zanzibar is just literally caked in this thick fluid as he just looks like he's choking on something. And eventually, out of his mouth, he coughs out a solid, thick, black rose. As his dark eye sockets return to their typical appearance, you know, yellow eyes and everything, he stares at it and regains his composure, a look of anger stretching across his face as the ink begins to dissipate. And he grabs the flower in the sink and just snaps his fingers, repairing the mirror. A simple mending cast is all it needed. And he looks at himself as the room starts to return to normal, and he looks back at the flower. That's not supposed to come out of me or even be inside me.
Who planted this?
And he just stares at it and he thinks about it for a few seconds. And then he kind of reaches into his robe and he pulls out the small pearl. Interesting. That's very interesting. A fun little game you played. But I think you forgot something. Whatever you do to me, I can use to lead me right back to you. And he just grabs the flower and crushes it in his hand. That was a very stupid move. And he'll walk back into the research lab. But we will go back to focus on Nim and Samson. With 14. Bring me 14. Thank you, 14. Before you do that, I'm going to take my first bathroom break. Bye!
You know, Nim, I can't shake the feeling that a lot of stuff is happening, just not to us.
Oh, really? What gives you that idea?
What could be more happening than making muffins?
Cupcakes.
I want Nim to, like, follow all of the recipes and then end up with muffins.
Are you trying to break Nim?
Yes!
I mean, that is what we said we were gonna do.
But why? Why do you want this child to cry?
The lulz.
Character development?
And that.
That's not how you develop a character.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Just because
Yes,
it works
it
for
is.
Yala does not mean it works for anyone else.
It also works for Samson.
Mm-hmm.
Samson already had his emotions in order. Ish.
You can't ish me. You of all people can't ish me.
Wait, why can't I ish you?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. Say it again.
Okay, you can't ish me. You of all people can't ish me.
Why? Prove it.
Emotion.
Actually, if you just say it enough times, it becomes the truth.
True.
Exactly.
You can't ish me. You of all people can't ish me.
Your opinions here are irrelevant.
And this is why nobody watches the YouTube videos.
No one cuts out the bathroom breaks?
Hey, if I had the money, I'd pay Shay to edit my videos.
Why do that when she'd do it for free?
I don't think Shay would work for free.
It depends. This would probably take like 10 minutes total.
Yeah. But I'd have to send you the raw footage.
Oh, I'm aware. I've edited videos for work before.
So, we'd have to have some kind of link Dropbox. which would have to in itself be some kind of paid thing because
Yeah, the files get big really quick. I'm aware.
yeah, the files get big really quick. They clock in about 8 or 9 gigs per. No, they clock in more 4 to 5. It's always the estimated's higher for some stupid reason.
I will say this is usually why with video editing they hand you a flash drive.
Yeah, just toss the flash drive.
Yeah, but I can't. Look, it's been
No,
a
I'm
while.
aware.
Downtown.
It's been a while since I've ever pitched anything, let alone pitch something from Long Island to, you know, where you live.
No one pitches anything here, let's be honest. Oh wait, never mind, we do have a baseball team. I forgot.
But yeah, no. So what were you guys saying right before I left? There was something going on in Samson's voice, but I was receiving Ferrero Rocher and chocolate licorice.
Oh, I made a joke as Samson that it feels like a lot of things are going on and we're just making muffins.
Yeah, like a second ago we had that weird sneezing fit.
Oh, was that actually being said?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Samson is not Deadpool. Yet.
Not
Ew.
yet. It'd be really funny if Samson's greatest magical ability was in fact to just be fourth wall breaks. No mechanical or lore implications whatsoever, but he's just the only character allowed to do fourth wall breaks. But I'll think on it. If I even want that to be an option on the table.
I think that would hurt my head.
Like, you just actually become Samson?
No.
Samson's not self-aware enough to break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. He breaks the fourth. Well, that's how you make it Samsonified. He breaks the fourth wall, but it's never he actually knows he is. He's just doing it. Doesn't realize what he's doing.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Nope.
Samson, what are you talking about?
Not even a little.
We've been with you the whole time.
We came here with you.
Well, you see, it all started a few months back.
I'm talking
Oh
about.
no! No, don't say that! We're gonna get sucked into it! Ah, crap. As we're all back 10 months ago.
No, I'm talking to the three. I'm talking to the 4 big people in the sky. The who?
I can't believe you wasted 10 minutes monologuing to Snowdrop. He doesn't care.
Oh, him up there.
That's
He
not true. That's Snowdrop. And then Snowdrop said that he didn't care.
Anyway, back to task. Muffin making. Mr. Golem just dropped from the sky close to you. There was an ungodly amount of screaming and sound ricocheting through the air, and there were black tentacles coming out of the top of the tower. And that's all you know.
Well, that was gross.
Yeah, I'm not cleaning that up.
Well, I gotta get this fire started.
Yeah, you do that.
You do that.
Muffin fire. Muffin fire.
Do you know how to start a fire, Nim?
Of course I do. Magically.
Simpson was about to put his hand up as he said that statement, and then didn't answer. But you know, I knew that was coming. Do you know how to start a fire normally?
Define normally.
Not magically.
Not even an inch of a clue. Why would I need to start a fire non-magically?
Oh. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't.
Based on your tone, I assume you know how to start one without magic?
He's started one. He has
Damn,
been responsible
how-
for all your campfires.
How long have we been traveling? As Samson is literally making the fire perfectly without looking at it, and is just staring at him.
You're doing
You
it
know
without
what?
looking.
I'll hand it to you. I'll let you do that. I had half a mind to make you roll for it, but
That's probably survival. Stuff like that.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
never
of course-
made my margarita. Not margarita. Martini. Let's see,
I mean, of course, I had to learn how to start a fire. Not like I could just shoot fire from my hand. That comes from my arm.
your arm?
His fire arm.
I'm getting more black licorice. I need it to get for the not black chocolate.
Yeah, I guess it does come in handy being able to do it.
Nim, how long have you been in school?
What a bad time for Lordo to leave the room so I can ask.
Insert number here.
Yeah.
Damn, you don't even know? What an idiot. What an actual stupid.
You don't
Why do
get
you
to talk.
suddenly ask?
You rang? Sorry, I was
How long has it been in school? I was thinking 4 or 5 years. I just
Do you
don't know
mean
what
entirely or at your academy?
At NIMS Academy. It's also fine if she's done school before that.
I'd say 4 years?
4 years. Why do you ask?
In those 4 years, you I don't want to put this.
You remain
I mean-
this useless?
I've seen you do all sorts of crazy magic stuff, and I've seen you pick up whatever Zanzibar shows you as if it were second nature. Like, how much of that did you learn over those 4 years?
Nim will think for a minute. And by that, I mean Shaylin will think for a number of time, and me talking is stalling as I formulate my response.
Is it working?
No.
Stalling, 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 stalling. This is the stalling song.
Well,
Well-
that's the end of our scene.
Well, I'm not sure exactly how much. Like, when I was younger, of course, there are things I just had to study. I guess I'm just good at studying? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, so to say. But a lot of the magic we learned in school, I had to take several classes and whatnot. Set a couple things on fire that weren't supposed to be set on fire. There's a learning curve, of course. Not all of it was the smoothest sailing. Nim's thinking back to that one time she set the library on fire. What about you? How long did it take you to pick up the... And Nim makes the finger gun motions?
That's kind of a loaded question.
Haha, but
I'm gonna keep doing this.
So why don't you fire away the answer?
Oh my god. How can any two people be so on the same wavelength?
I've made a lot of puns in my life.
See,
Not always good ones, but
And Ed's a pretty punny guy, so.
the best part about puns is the sheer amount of psychic damage you deal to others.
exactly.
Woo!
So what's Samson's response?
This campaign is toxic.
Well, if I remember correctly, I probably started shooting back around 6 or 7.
Baby Samson.
That's kind of customary in Voracious, I'd imagine. You know, guns are pretty much one of the few things that actually defines the people there.
Mainly for the poor, but Samson doesn't need to know that fact.
So that is
If
the people
you're
there.
Poor.
If you're not poor, you're not people.
Haha,
Damn.
poor.
Haha, not.
Did you have someone teach you, or did you do it yourself?
Oh.
Are you trying to tell me? Hold on. Are you trying to tell me that if Nim enters Varese, she won't be considered a person because she's rich?
No, that's just what Samson considers. The people of Voracious are the ones that, like,
Do the
work hard and live their lives, not all the big babies that sit around spending money.
Nim works hard, but also sits around and spends money.
Hard.
Yeah, but
works.
you're not Voracious.
More like Harley
At
working.
school.
Oh,
Nim
yeah.
started school. Just nowhere else.
Working hard or hardly working. Oh.
Side tangent aside. Continue.
I remember correct. It was Mr. Bertley that taught a lot of us how to shoot at first.
A lot of us? Did you just have a gaggle of children?
Oh, yeah.
Mr.
They were
Burley, I'm
supposed to know what a
assuming, is
gaggle
part of
is.
the nomads.
Mm-hmm.
Were you the quickest on the draw?
Would you believe me if I said no?
Why would
No.
you lie to me?
Damn.
I'll be honest, I was actually probably the slowest one to pick it up.
But you're so good at it now.
Yeah. Well, eventually stopped being 7. I started being 8.
Wow. How much time did it take you to do that?
About 1 year, oddly enough. Then, let's see, that was 15 years now.
How old are you?
Well, 7 plus 15. Damn, I'm 22.
Gasp, you're old. Gross, I'm kidding. Kidding. You're like an adult.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
kinda
I'm
had to
trying.
be.
Huh?
Kinda had to be. It's been me for the past 6 years.
Yeah, but you're like one in age.
Does it not have a place for Samson's age? I thought he was 26, and it's weirding me out.
22.
Oh. Wow, he's a baby.
I'm 20.
22 and a half.
I'm 22 and a half years old.
Baby.
Man.
No.
Very.
If he was 26 and didn't know what sex was, that would be so much
So
worse.
bad.
It's not even that many more years, but it would
It's
just...
somehow so much worse because you're closer
Yeah.
to 30.
It feels
He's
wronger.
closer to being a wizard.
It's more wronger.
It's wronger.
Tell you what, if Samson makes it to 30, well, he knows what sex is now, so a lot of the gambit's gone. But if Samson
Oh my
can make
God.
it to 30, if Samson can make it to 30 without ever being touched by another sentient being, or any being for that matter, I'm not leaving any loopholes on the table. No matter how screwed up, I'm not leaving any. I will let Samson become a wild magic wizard.
Can I roll Samson to shoot me after having to listen to all that?
You're welcome. There's the offer. You want
Anyway.
magic? There's the offer. Become a wizard.
Would you like to hear a story I think will be hard to believe?
Yeah, go for it.
That you'll ever
When I was
be.
younger, I was really athletic.
What happened?
You're such a disappointment now.
I'm the DM and that still
I was
shocks me.
always a disappointment. Silly. Still am, but whatever. Anyway, so then we'll laugh. I decided that it really wasn't my style. I stopped enjoying it about 5 or 6.
What'd you do?
Oh, tons of things. When I was younger, I did ballet, and then I also raced the chimneys a lot. Barry was really fun, and then I met Beryl. I fell off a ton.
Yeah, chimneys just sounds like a derogatory term.
It sounded cute in my head.
It's okay. That happens to me a lot.
What are chimneys?
Nim will minor illusion and show you her pet chimkins. Yeah, them.
Is Nim like savvy enough to put a person there for scale?
Let me just double check the spell effect, and I can tell you.
Because if not, that would be hilarious. It's like, oh, these cute little guys.
She
Yeah,
would
Nim's already
agree.
told you that
Didn't
they're
we-
super teeny before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about
They
to
have
say,
come
didn't we
up.
have this conversation.
Yeah, it just has to be no larger than a 5-foot cube. How big are these things?
Well, big enough for him to ride him, so bigger than 5 foot cube.
So like, it'd be like a large-sized creature.
Yeah. You're not making a full-scale projection of this thing that you've actively said you wrote on.
That you also called small and adorable before.
Yeah, to Nim, they're little babies. Anyway, so Nim will do as large as she can. They're a little bit bigger than this, but they're little babies.
Oh, that's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Samson sees at it probably like 1/4 the actual size.
But you can't get. So Nim will point out, this is Barry. She's very nice. Super cuddly. Beryl is a bit of a different story. He does bite.
Barrel's the exotic one, right?
Yes.
The one
The
with
lip
Papa,
has
brother.
plumage.
Oh. Hope I
Yeah.
get to meet them one day.
Mm-hmm. I hired a caretaker for a year in case I'd be gone for a while.
Wow. Good looking ahead.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. I decided outdoors weren't really my thing.
Pardon me.
They still aren't.
Well, I I have to disagree with you there. I love the outdoors.
Why?
Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, being outdoors is the best part of growing up.
The best
But
part.
you made it sound like you were always outdoors growing up.
Yeah, the only times we weren't was when, well, I did something bad or said something bad, or one of the other kids did or said something bad. We get put it back in, get put into like timeout, and we weren't allowed to play with anyone or go outside or do anything for a while.
You sound like a rambunctious child.
I was probably a little bit of a headache for my mom growing up. I mean, when you got a kid who can teleport,
Once a day.
like at his own leisure every now and then, it's hard to do things.
Remind
I wasn't looking, and so when you screamed, I was like, oh my god.
I've been attacked.
Yeah, but that's what makes things interesting.
So yeah, going back to it, I was actually not a very good shot when I was a kid.
Bob.
For the silliest reason, too. At least
Oh?
to me now.
I'm a lefty. Give me a right-handed gun.
Does Nim actually say that?
No.
Oh, that would have been funny.
But Nim will say, did they give you the wrong gun? Like, left or right?
What? No. I can shoot with both hands. Well, growing up, I wasn't exactly the most brave kid, so whenever we had shooting practice, the gun used to scare me a little. I'd always have my eyes closed, or I'd always be pointing at the wrong thing.
Like children.
And like, these were guns made for kids. Like, I think Snowdrop could fire one.
Snowdrop?
Practice.
With a little practice. Snowdrop has some good stats, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but he's a quadruped rat.
True.
No, I'm just looking at his dex. It's just so much higher than Nim's.
Who's not a quadruped.
But anyway, continue, sorry. Oh, how little were they?
Well, they were definitely a lot lighter than this, and he's gonna, like, take out his revolver and hold it by, like, the barrel. They were smaller than this, lighter than this, but more importantly, the actual bullets in them were, like, way smaller. They probably weren't even, they barely scratched the targets we shot them in. I doubt they were made to do much else.
Well, everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah. I definitely started off. Yeah, I started off in a good place.
And look at you now.
Still in a good place.
I was gonna say that, and Samson's gonna, like, just look at his hands.
around
revenge.
Zanzibar.
Congrats.
Look around in the middle of like the hottest desert on the entire planet. Look at his hands that are like that have just killed so many people. It's like, yeah, look at me now.
What's Samson's face doing?
He's looking at the fire. After looking at his hands and like looking at the fire, he's like, it's like kind of a blank expression.
Do you not like where you've ended up?
Well, it was definitely a hard way of getting here, and looking at what's ahead of us, it's gonna be just as hard too. Maybe even harder.
Don't worry, this isn't about you. It's something I'm doing on the side.